Hello and welcome back to a Kooky Corner of YouTube. Today is the 1st of June. Yay! And that can only mean one thing. It's another prompt for the Kooky Postcard Sew-a-long. So what we're going to do this month? Well, I shall tell you in a moment. If you are on my Instagram, or if you can see my Instagram, I am on Instagram. I will have announced it there already. It's not something that's secret, but it's just give it a quick push so that everybody knows that it's begun. Anyway, we have had some beautiful, stunning pieces that people have made for the prompt for May, which was funky floral. Absolutely stunning again. I've got this box here. I know you're staring at the box. What's in the box, Kooky? Well, these are the two pieces that I did for the funky floral prompt. But we've had so many beautiful ones. I mean, they are absolutely stunning. I still get blown away by the fact that you guys are helping me with joining in and having a go at making your own postcards. And it's just so lovely to see how a prompt is taken and interpreted by different people. So let's get those out of the way and let's have a look and see what everybody else has done from V to E. Okay, so now on to June's prompt. And June's prompt is Yellow Brick Road. There it is, Yellow Brick Road. That's what we're going to be working on. Now, if you're anything like me, it conjures up a picture in your head of the Wizard of Oz. There are many ways you could take this. You could take it very literally and just do lots of yellow bricks. You could do characters from the world of Oz. So you've got plenty to go at there. Or you could just take it very abstract. You know, it really is up to you. The prompt is there. You can take it as literal or as unliteral as you want it to be. But let me give you a couple of samples of what I did for this one, because I like to help you out a little bit and give you a few ideas if you're not sure. This one, I had a little go. I don't usually do this. Well, I do. It depends. Sometimes if I want to flash something out that's a bit more complicated, then I will do a sketch of it first. And I did that with this one because I was wanting the hills, I wanted the yellow brick road, I wanted the cowardly lion. So I did a little sketch and put myself a few little notes and just an idea of how I wanted it to look. So that was the plan. The actuality was this piece here, which had some liberties taken with it, but it is kind of along the way. I don't say stick rigidly to a plan when you've drawn it. Obviously, there are differences between a drawing and a stitch piece, and sometimes you just need to make those differences in order to make it work. So this was the piece I made. It is the Cowardly Lion, and he's got a little word there. Something he's looking for is the courage. He wanted the courage, didn't he? If I only had the nerve. Oh, I love that film so much. We've got a yellow brick road coming up and down over the hills here. Coming out just in front of where the lion is there. I've got some flowers on there, obviously. I could have gone to absolute town with this, but I thought it might have swamped the piece that I did. So I stuck to what I'd drawn, and then just layers of hills, and then I've got a little felty lion there. Some of this fabric was sent to me by Carrie, so thank you so much for that. That perfectly fitted for my idea of my lion. I did too, because I wanted to incorporate some needle felt, and as I do, I like to incorporate a few other things. So this was the fabric and the stitching, and obviously a bit of glitz going on there. This was my second one. So we have Toto the dog down here. He's got a little collar on with a little flowery do on there. More flowers because, you know, I kind of themed them a little bit. The background was felted. So apart from the yellow brick road part, which was stitched on first. So I placed that first and then kind of felted around it, just so that we got these bits growing up around it. And yeah, and then added on a few little stitchy bits, a few little flowers, and I've got this little wooden bird, and I thought he fitted in there rather nicely. So those are the two pieces that I have done for this prompt. I try and keep a little bit ahead. You have the whole month to do it, so don't worry about getting it done straight away. Obviously, if you're raring to go, I know some people are, you know, wanting to get started. Absolutely. Sharon asked me today, do we have to stick to one or can we do two? You can do as many as you like. The only rule I give you is that it's got to be a 6x4. That's the only rule. Everything else is down to you. So it's got to be stitched in some way. You could do machine stitching, you could do hand stitching, you could do needle felting, applique, all the things, anything you want to do, as long as it's on a 6x4 format. It doesn't have to be landscape, it could be portrait, you know, however you want it to be. But those are the two for this month. Well, I've got you here. I'm going to catch you up on a couple of other things I'm doing at the moment as well, that you might like to join in with as well. Sharon, I remember, also asked me, hi Sharon, how some of these things could be used or displayed. And one way I thought of is that you could, this is always bearing in mind that your pieces are all the same size, so, or vaguely. So what you could do is join them together down the side, and then you could stand them accordion-like. So I would join them down there, and then that kind of, I don't know, be like a house of cards, but then you could stand it up and they could it's falling apart. But you get the gist. So you could literally just join them down the side and then they could stand, because the ones I've made are strong enough to do that. If yours are a little more flimsy, all you have to do is to attach some like felt onto the back of them, something stiffer, in order to achieve that. You could also, if your pieces are not the same size, you could then just cut out some pieces that are the same size, just a little bigger, and then either stitch or stick them on and then display them that way. That's one thing you could do. There are other ways you could display these. You could frame them singularly if you wanted, because if you've done one per month, what we're going to end up with is 12 pieces. If you've done, like me, I've done 2, then it's going to be 24. So that might be a lot to frame, but doing them in an accordion style and then standing them up on a mantelpiece, or you could back to back them so you've got 6 one way and 6 the other way. It really is something that you could do, and then you could just flip it around whenever you wanted to change, maybe. Anyway, just an idea for you. Another thing that started today is ICAD, or Index Card a Day. This was devised by Daisy Yellow on Instagram. So if you go and look up Gypsy 999, I think it is, they're all over the place at the minute. So Index Card a Day is exactly what it says. It runs for 61 days, so it's the whole of June and the whole of July, finishing on the 31st of July. It's a small piece of artwork, and basically you'll get themes. So these are released as and when. So the first 3 weeks themes are up at the moment, and they are: week 1 is drawing, mark making, pencil, pen and marker. Week 2 is going to be collage. Week 3 is going to be typography, so found lyrics, quotations and this. And you are just creating a piece of artwork to go along with that. Along with the themes, you have daily prompts. So for this week, this is the daily prompt list, and that comes out again before you need it. So this one is portal or doorway. Let me show you that is my portal or doorway. So I've got a little card marker. This is a plain index card. You can use whatever index card you have, up to a size of 6 by 4, I think it is. Mine are 5 by 3, so it's a smaller amount of space to work on, but it's just nice for a daily thing. So I've put my theme on there, which is drawing, mark making, pencil, pen and marker. You don't have to stick to these, by the way. These are just suggestions. You know, if you want to join in and see what everybody else does with the same kind of stuff, this is what you join in with. The prompt was portal or doorway. So I also did a beginning card somewhere in here, because I have pre-painted a few little cards to take so that I can play with them. I seem to have lost my... Nope, it's gone. It's somewhere, but it's gone. Yeah, I did a little card to show the year, because it's going to be at the beginning of my pack when I eventually make them. So there is that. So ICAD is something that you could join if you are feeling arty and you want to do something that's not too taxing. And it's a kind of thing that you could do in batches as well. So you could do a batch of a few. What I've done is I have pre-painted a few backgrounds that I can then add things onto. So my mark making is all going to go on these. So that's what I've done for that. So go and have a check it out. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you want to go and have a go. You can start, if you see it a couple of days after, you'll still be fine. You know, you can still catch up on this. It's 61 days of making an index card piece of art a day. This is another thing I'm going to be joining in with, and this is a join in with Jeri Bellini. I will leave a link in the description box down below to Jeri's YouTube channel. I was watching with my breakfast thinking, I want to do some stitchery thing that's not going to be too complicated, or, you know, something that's going to be nice and mindful and relaxing, like I do a lot of the time. But because I want it to be kind of portable as well, by fortuitous luck, Jeri had posted a video talking about this project that she's doing. It's called Dot a Day. And basically what it is, and she, if you pop along to her channel, she will explain this much better than I ever can. And basically it's a 3-inch square of fabric with some kind of a dot in it somewhere along the line. You don't have to center the dot. You can add some stitching around it. How you put it together is down to you, but if you pop along to Jeri Bellini's YouTube channel, it's very beautifully explained by Jeri, and I think she's got the first part up at the minute. There's a second part to it that's coming along, but in order to get started, all you need is to make yourself some squares. So Jeri Bellini, you need 3.5-inch pieces of fabric, because what you're going to do is you're going to fold them over this 3-inch one, finger press them down, stitch them down, and then you can add your dots on. And I think Jeri's going to do the bit about how the dots are joined on in a second part to the video that she's put up already. But I am absolutely so excited. I needed to get going on this and get some idea of some pieces I've got to do. So I've done these 3 as a little samples for myself, and because you are using the same piece, they all come out beautifully well and match up really nicely together. And I think I've got a plan for a quilt. Thinking big. It could end up as a bag, but at the minute my inner magpie brain is going, let's make lots of squares and make a big quilt. So that's really what I'm thinking of, how this may pan out. At the minute, it's just me stitching squares, so I'm going to just keep going until I've got a whole pile of them. And as I say, if you pop along to Jeri's channel, you'll be able to see the ones that she's made, and they are stunning. I mean, stunning, beautiful. So if you're interested in that, have a look down in the description box, or search out for Jeri Bellini in the search bar on YouTube, and it will come up straight away. Lovely lady, lots of beautiful ideas. So please do, if you're not already, I'm sure a lot of people who are tuned in to me probably also watch Jeri as well. But it's a great project. It's fabulous. Really taken my eye. So I'm going to be going on with that one as well. If you are a crocheter, consider this one. Look at all these beautiful diamonds. And what are you going to do with those, Kooky? You say, well, it's another YouTuber. So you need to look for Rebecca in Europe. Again, I will leave this down in the description box. And what Rebecca has come up with and spent a long time thinking about and putting together and making a pattern for is the scrap yarn hoodie. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have a go. And so I have started on my quest. There's a hare in there. Or is it a rabbit? That's a hare. Of making lots and lots and lots of these diamonds to go into the hoodie that I want to try and make by winter. Set myself some kind of a goal here. So again, if you are up for a little using up all your scrappy bits of Aran, worsted, chunky yarn, then pop along to Rebecca in Europe and have a look at the scrap yarn hoodie, which is, well, it's my kind of thing. So I'm going to be having a go for sure. Made a start already. So yes, it's a spectacular hoodie that's just put together in the way of a quilt, but using crocheted diamonds, and it's just, well, it took my breath away looking at it. I thought, I need one of those. I need one of those in my life. So I've begun that as well. So yeah, I've got plenty to be getting on with. And if you are like me and like to keep busy, then those are a few options for you to be having a go at too. And because it's a summer, because you want things that are going to be maybe portable, that you want to take away with you, then these are ideal things that you can take away. And I'm going to be showing you my ICAD travel kit set up at some point, because I'll be doing the index card a day on my travels, and also I will probably take some yarn with me and make some more diamonds. These are very portable things to do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this look at the new challenge for the Kooky Postcard Sew-a-long, looking at everybody's beautiful pieces that they've made and having a look at some other projects that you might want to tackle as well. As I say, all the things that you're going to be needing is going to be down in the description below, so all the links to the places for you to have a look and have a go. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget, show me those thumbs and like and subscribe. This also means a big deal to anybody whose channel that you watch on YouTube. If you like what you're watching, a like costs nothing, a subscribe costs nothing, but it means an awful lot to the people who are putting together the videos for you. I will see you very soon, and I'll be back here with something else. Bye for now.